change of fate coming for you. And it's coming also not just for you, but also for somebody else like you, somebody who's meant to meet you, someone who's meant to be a part of your twin flame, your soulmate. But the thing about this connection is that this connection had never happened before. This is the new one. This is a one of a kind. This hasn't happened. This is the first time ever in either of your lives where you guys are finally meeting for the first time. So it's going to feel magical. It's going to feel different. But it's going to feel like you know them. It's going to feel as if they've been there all along. And here you have is for the, the feminine, it's the growth. You are growing. You've been growing. You've been putting to work. You've been somebody who's been out there. It's almost like you create content. And this is the daily, which means that you are in the public. You are out there. You are making content. I don't think that you are hating somebody who is in secret. You are out there. And if you're not making content already, you are supposed to be doing that. That is your purpose. That's what you're meant to do. And here you also have as well is the reverse deja vu. The reason why it's reversed, I'm noticing a scratch on the DJ, is that it's saying here is that you guys never ever lived before. I think this is either your first lifetime or you never actually met a soulmate or a partner before who actually was for you, who was actually meant to help you grow. But in this lifetime, you are going to meet that person. And your life, the individual, the feminine side for you, is you're all about the death. You represent the death. And that's what it is. It's all about the rebirth. You are changing into the person you are meant to become. You are a very transformative person, but you don't transform on your own. You need a catalyst to force you to transform. You're like a butterfly, but you need the perfect environment, the perfect conditions in order to be able to become that butterfly. And that person that's coming in is going to transform you in ways you never ever seen yourself transform before. And it makes sense because it's the first time your soul, your spirit is meeting. And you have that King of Pentacles in reverse. This is the card that represents the feminine. This is the feminine side. This is the woman. And it's being challenged by corporate profit over your growth and deja vu. If you are in corporate, if you're working 9 to 5, and you're not putting effort into creating content for yourself that allows you to grow, that allows yourself to really blossom your personality, then that is a sign that it's time for you to step away from those careers, to step away from those jobs, and start really highlighting your personality. Because underneath that is a change in power. Nothing happens in your life until you make the strike. Nothing happens in your life until you make that change. That is your tower moment. Your tower moment for you specifically only comes when you put yourself first. When you are ready to do that, the other person starts coming closer and the timeline starts collapsing to where you guys start to meet. And if you are a male and you are watching this is your side of the section here. You have the Knight of Cups reversed. You come in with proposal, you come in offer, you actually have a lot more to give than you initially give yourself credit for. You have a lot more to offer than what she gives yourself credit for. And here you have is the mainstream narrative. You are somebody who's already in public. You're already doing some sort of content creation. You are somebody who's either in professional settings where you are on camera. Maybe you're an actor. Maybe you're in a news anchor. Maybe you are making your own content professionally. Whatever it is, you are seasoned, quote unquote. You have been doing this for years, even from a young age, or you started older and you're just an older individual. But you have been doing this for a while. And underneath that is false religion. You are considered an idol, but in the sense that you're not a religious idol. You're just somebody who everybody knows about. You are somebody who sees themselves as magnificent, but not in a way that's cocky, but in a way that people recognize your gifts, your talent. You are somebody who is well known, well recognized. Even if it's not like fame in a way like a celebrity status, but it's like people see your face and they automatically remember you on that TV show, that commercial. And here you have is that natural disaster in reverse. You are not living in an area that's prone to natural disaster. You are living in an area that allows you to be very calm. I feel that you came from an area where it was very common for natural disaster. Specifically, I'm getting like Iowa, Minnesota, and Missouri. But you don't have to be within those areas. But it is saying here that you came from a lifetime where there was a lot of childhood natural disaster. It's almost like I'm hearing the word Katrina. So maybe you're in the southern corridor at one point during Hurricane Katrina in 2005. But It's really interesting that's coming in because it's telling me here that you move from traumatic environmental event and move to a location where there's not as many. Even if you live on the West Coast now, it's not as many, it's not as frequent as the one that you experienced when you were growing up. And for that, you feel a lot more secure. You feel like you can be more in control of your environment when the environment is a lot more calmer. And underneath that, you have a hopeful future. You have a lot of hope. You went through a very hard childhood. You went through a very hard childhood, but the hopeful future is telling you that there is a bright side. There is a bright spot. And that person, the person that you are now becoming, the person that you are now, is calling in the woman, the female that you need, the feminine. And even if you are somebody who is part of the LGBTQ, then that means that you are calling in a feminine counterpart with feminine energy, calling them in to be able to co-join with you. And now it's not saying it has to be a male and a female, but it could be. It could be more to traditional sense. It doesn't have to be either. And you are represented as the high priestess in reverse because you are completely in your masculine energy. You are masculine by pre-design, not because of your gender, but just because of how you give off. And if you are a female and you align yourself more with the masculine energy, then that means that you have more masculine energy. And if you are male and you're identifying more as the feminine energy, then that's okay. It doesn't correlate to gender. It doesn't correlate to genitalia. It correlates to energy and frequency and what you emit. Now, what do the two have in common between both stories? What do both polar opposites, both dualities have? Well, let me tell you. You have here, you have the paranoia in reverse. You've been very hyper focused on what is coming for you. You've lived a life that was hard, but one that you didn't want to see things start to go out. You don't want to. I feel like some of you guys are like Aries, essentially. Like you have a lot of air and fire in your birth charts, or like astrologically speaking. But it's like you are somebody who's very ambitious. And as together as a couple, you will be basically a power couple, is what this is saying. Because you empower each other to not ever see an outcome where you couldn't have enough. Because you work so hard, so consistently, that it's inevitable that it's going to come to you. You believe in it. You have full faith in that. And that's why the power outage and the paranoia comes in reverse. It's not about what you can't have. It's about what you can create to be able to have it. There's a different mindset that you both have that is different from the population. And it's also reversed with the financial crisis. You work hard. You know what it's like to struggle, specifically for the masculine energy here. You know what it's like to struggle. And therefore, you don't want that. So you work continuously hard and smart in order to create a world where you don't have to ever feel as if when you were younger. Because you knew what it's like to lose everything. For the feminine, this is a little bit different for you. This is all about you and your identity and what you tie yourself to the materialistic world. You determine your own value and it's tied to your own worth. And that is about money, time, and material. That is changing too. So that's what the male is going to highlighting you. And that's the aspect of you that you need to change. The feminine and the male, if you're in the masculine, the feminine is going to highlight for you that it is now time for you to allow yourself to let go of some of those worries because you have each other. And you can lean on each other to help each other progress. And when you do that, you become in true alignment. And this is the wheel of fortune. Things start to move forward for both of you. This is when you meet. When you meet, you guys heal each other because you are now in alignment. The only way you're going to meet your next counterpart, the way you're only going to meet this next person, your soulmate, your twin flame, is when you are in alignment with who you are. When you are authentically you. So it's okay if you're in a masculine, you don't feel comfortable speaking up about your problem, but you have to. Because it allows your feminine partner to be able to help you heal that part of you. And if you are the feminine, it's okay to speak about your identity issue. It's okay to speak about how you associate your worth. And let the masculine help you overcome that. And together you guys will be a power couple. So this is actually a very beautiful reading. It's not any more things that I can grab from this. Is there anything else I'd like to ask, Spirit? Nope. I'm really happy for whoever this video seemed to find, so I love you. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Did you meet each other? Did you meet your partner yet? Or are you still waiting?